Okay, stocks are not looking good, guys. All the indexes are down, and SoFi's down as well. We're under 15 bucks per share, down 5% on the day. So we're gonna break down the chart, SoFi, what I'm looking to do, and we'll touch upon the indexes in this video, guys. Again, as we're down across the board, and the VIX is up over 12%. So run the likes up. Make sure to subscribe. We're on the road to 100,000 subs here, guys, and get your 30 stocks from Moomoo. Open up your account, fund it with at least $100. You get 5 stocks. Fund it with at least $2,000. You get 25 more stocks, and your uninvested cash now will earn up to 8.1% APY. So guys, get on it. Use that link right down below or go to stocksurfest.com/Moomoo. And with that being said, cheers. Let's get into it. So again, stocks are taking a beating right now across the board. SoFi is as well, down 5% on the day. Now we're trading at $14.77, and we've been downtrending all day. It's currently about 1:30 p.m. on the East Coast, and literally, guys, every half hour that goes by, stocks get more red, or they have been getting more red. Same with SoFi, man. There's a lot of uncertainty right now with tariffs, what Trump's doing, trade war, what's going on between China, the U.S. I was reading about Apple. Now they're, going to start building more plants here. We're going to make a video on that later. They're trying to get semiconductors to start building more plants here. That's why Intel has been going up like crazy. There's a lot going on with tariffs, and this is affecting a bunch of industries from, steel, aluminum, semiconductors, you name it, and all these different countries, not just China, Canada, Mexico, the list goes on. So there's a lot of uncertainty, a lot going on right now, and that's why the VIX keeps climbing. Now it's up 14%. And to show you guys these indexes quickly, we can see the Russell is down 2.5% today, guys. This is insane. Russell is getting nailed, and this is really, it's looking like the Head and Shoulders is playing out. And think about it, guys. With these tariffs, inflation, there's a big risk that it's going to persist, right? And what does that mean? That means the Fed funds rate is not going to get cut. We already know that. I mean, we know that at this point, we're not going to get nearly as many rate cuts as we once thought, 3-6 months ago, 9 months ago, whatever. And what does that affect? That affects small businesses, which they're in the Russell 2000. It's a small cap index, right? What do small businesses like, guys? They like lower rates. They like rates, coming down. And now that we're not going to get all those aggressive rate cuts, we're starting to get small business, or the Russell, which comprises of small businesses, right? It's comprised of small businesses. This is coming down because think about it. Small businesses, they like borrowing money at cheaper rates. It costs less to them. They don't have all this money like the big conglomerates do. So, yeah, lower rates is good for small business, right? We're not going to get all those cuts. Boom, Russell's getting hit. It's been getting hit for like 3 months now, and it's not looking great today, guys. And SPY is also down. The S&P 500, this is down 1.4%. Excuse me, guys. And QQQ, let's see this. It's down 1.6%. Big drop off there. And the Dow, roughly the same, 1.6% in the red. And it kind of looks a little toppy here, guys, at 45K. The Dow does. Maybe more downsides to come here. But with that being said, guys, we're still very much so above this trend. We're pretty much holding an uptrend still on the Dow. Very obvious here. QQQ, even with this sell-off, it's still above the 180 SMA, holding an uptrend. Same thing here on SPY, right? Right above the 180 SMA, holding an uptrend. The only one that looks a bit rough is, again, the Russell, which is down 2.5%. We're actually well under both moving averages on the 4-hour chart here. And we have a Head and Shoulders. Not ideal. And going back over here to SoFi, this kind of looks similar to the Russell in a sense, right? In terms of the head and shoulders. We covered this a bit yesterday. You guys see the head and shoulders here on the Russell, and you can kind of see it on Sofi as well. You see it a little bit, don't you? Let me show you this right here. And this doesn't necessarily mean we're going to have a lot more downside on Sofi. You could make an argument this head and shoulders kind of already played out. You know, we're oversold right now. We're pretty beaten up, about $4 per share from the highs. And on top of that, even though we have this head and shoulders, we're actually maintaining higher lows. Do you guys see this right here? Let me zoom in a little bit. You guys can see we are maintaining these higher lows, are we not? Even here, where we're at now, we're technically at a higher low at about 1475. Now, if that breaks, we start going under 14 to 13 to 12. Okay, that'd be a different story. Now we're talking maybe more downside. And that is where I'm going to be buying more shares of Sofi, right? But for now, it's trying to figure itself out. We have the head and shoulders. We're oversold. We're making these higher lows and honestly lower highs at the same time. So if you clear the drawing set and look at this, we also have a wedge. If you look at it this way, do you guys see this? Clear higher lows and lower highs at the same time. This is ideal for the bulls to hold, right at about 14.50, 75, $15 a share. This is ideal for the bulls to hold, which we're down 5% now. We're not getting the buyers to come in yet, but next week's going to be ideal. Or not ideal, but critical. Critical week next week for direction overall in the stock. You know, if we get some buyers to come in, $14.75, $15, we start pushing back towards $15.50, $16.50, then we start breaking out of here, right? That would be clear direction for the bulls, but we just have to see how it shakes out. As of now, we're in this wedge, oversold, bottom of this the wedge. Let's wait for the buyers to come in. What do you guys think about that? Let me know your thoughts in the comments down below. Run the likes up, by the way, guys, and join the email list. Forgot to mention it. It's free, and I send out my top stocks weekly right to your email, right to your inbox. Guys, what are you waiting for, man? It's free. Use that link down below. So, yeah, at this point, that's what we're looking at here. And honestly, it's not that bad of a red day considering how rough the indexes are. I mean, Sofi could have easily been down, 7, 8, 9% on a day like today. But it's only down 5%. It's still not a great day. Don't get it twisted, guys. We're still down, but not as down as we could have been considering the Russell is down 2.5, QQQ 1.5, same with the Dow, pretty much same with the S&P, and the VIX is up 14%. It's a rough day out there, man, and it's, not much green out in the markets except for Celsius, which they crushed earnings. They acquired Alani. We covered that in my video earlier. They're doing well. Mercado Libre is doing well as well. I think they reported earnings. Was that yesterday? Yeah, it must have been yesterday. And this is breaking out completely above this multi-week resistance. Shout out to all the Mercado Libre shareholders out there. This is a big move here, guys. Gap EPS came in at $12.61 versus, hold on a second, $7.89. What were these analysts smoking, man? This is insane. Am I reading this right? $12.61 earnings per share. That beat the $7.89 expected. What the heck? I mean, that is a $5 beat, essentially, on EPS there. And sales, $6.06 billion versus $5.88 expected. So nice double beat. Looks like Barclays maintains overweight on Mercado Libre, raises their price target to $2,500. B of A raised it to $3,000. Wedbush to $2,600. All these big firms upgrading the price target. And that's causing, that and the beat on earnings and revenue, that's causing this big breakout, which is awesome. We hit $2,400. Now we're pulling back a bit to $2,280. Still up 8% on the day. Let's see if we start getting some buyers to come in here and start pushing this higher. So what do you guys think about SoFi, the indexes, tariffs? Let me know your thoughts in the comments. Run the likes up, and do not forget to subscribe and get your 30 stocks from Moomoo. Open up your account, fund it with at least $100. You get 5 free stocks. Fund it with at least $2,000, you get 25 more stocks, and your uninvested cash now will earn up to 8.1% APY. So guys, if you want 30 free stocks and you want to help out the channel, check out the link down below or go to stocksurfs.com/Moomoo. And with that being said, guys, cheers. I'll catch you in the next video.